stay in the game, stay focused, remember where you're going, remember where you are. You got to write down your goals every day, because if you take your eyes off the ball for 1 second, something's gonna come, something's gonna distract you, and it's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be ugly. So when I started this client consulting, there was a time where I got just one key client. So I had other little clients and stuff like that, right? So, but I closed this one big client, that I let myself get seduced by all the opportunities that one person could give me, that I let everything go. So all my other sources of income, I kind of let them go. I little by little got rid of all my clients. Stopped paying attention to them, kind of took them for granted, and didn't really look after them and follow up with them and love them up, give them as much attention as they need. So they kind of left me, and and some of them I just told them, hey man, we're done. We're done. Why? Because I was gearing, to work with just that one guy, because I let myself get seduced, by the opportunities of big money. So it was at a time where I was structuring deals where I was only making 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 max a month per client, and I had, a few of them, but, I was, you know, okay, but I wanted more than that. Okay. So it was at a point where I was, getting started in the process of really building up my agency and building up a big client list. You understand? So, it was really bad when I got this one client that just told me, hey man, basically, you're gonna be making millions of bucks if you just help me get this business and this business and this business off the ground, and I think we can do it in the next 6 to 8 months and stuff like that, right? So there were a lot of shenanigans, and I definitely let myself seduce by an opportunity. I knew it was a long ways, from coming together, right? So it wasn't as quick as the guy was telling me. It wasn't as surefire as he was telling me. All right, I knew there was a lot of work involved, and the line, the stars had to be aligned for all those businesses to come together. But hey man, I let myself be seduced, and I took my foot off the gas, right? So at that point I was getting about 1-2 clients every month, signed up every month, 1-2 clients, right? And you got to understand that's setup fees, right? So $2,000-3,000 for setup fees, sometimes $5,000 for setup fees. Then they had to pay me another $2,000-3,000 a month for retainer, right? So that adds up to quite a bit of money, right? And after I got this one client, things just went downhill. I started getting rid of clients. I stopped chasing new clients. And hey man, for a few months there, it got pretty dark. It was that kind of client that said, hey man, because I got so much opportunity coming for you, I'm not gonna pay you full price, right? So you're asking me for $4,000. I'm only gonna give you $1,000 a month, right? Because I'm gonna give you all these opportunities, and if blah blah blah, if you prove yourself, you're gonna be making this much in 2-3 months, and blah blah blah, right? So I got myself to a situation that I myself sold myself, on basically discounting my services, my product, my knowledge, to a point where I was worth way more than that. I was making them shit tons of money, and those opportunities just never came. Right, those opportunities just never came, and the guy ended up eating all my time. Right, so I ended up getting rid of clients because of that, because I needed more time to work on his projects, and all the money he was paying me was allocated into ranking his websites, his properties. It still wasn't enough money, so the money he was paying me, I was putting it all into the business and not taking a penny. Then I had to take money from the clients, from my other, from the profits from my other clients, and put it into ranking this one client's websites. So it was ridiculous, man. It got to a point where I was losing a tremendous amount of money every month, many hours. I was quitting clients. I stopped prospecting for new clients. Everything just got downhill, and it got to a point where it had to be shut down. Right? Hey man, I can't do any more business with you because you're just costing my business money. Right? So you gotta understand, you should not take every client. All right, and a dead giveaway that you should not take a client is if they don't want to pay full price, right? So if they haggle you on price big time, if price is a problem, don't take the client. You don't need it, right? If they think they can do the work and the only reason they don't do it, right, better than you is because they don't have the time, don't take the client, man. You don't need that guy, right? It's gonna end up costing you more money, right? So you got to be smart about which clients you do take on. And I'm telling you this because you need to be completely solid and sold on your vision to the kind of business you're building, right? So every day, write down your goals when you wake up, when you go to sleep, because guess what? If you're not sold every day, if you're not motivated every day, if you don't know what you're building every day, some of these opportunities, scammy opportunities are going to come your way and are going to detract you from your path of success. Okay. So yeah, that's the message for today. Friday night, we've been hustling all week. It's not over yet. So tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow I'm going to still be pounding the phone, still be emailing, following up with leads that, are yet to turn into clients. All right. I never give up on my leads. All right. So if I call a company and they demonstrate any interest at all in getting more clients and doing any online advertising, man, every day I'm following up, right? At least 2-3 times a week, I'm following up, right? Every single time I call them, every single time I email them or send them a letter or hit them on Facebook or on Instagram or on Twitter, whatever, right? Every time, hit them from a different angle, hit them with a different message. Be interesting, be creative, be original, be new, be fresh, right? So, yeah, so this week we signed up 2 more students for the $1 Million SEO program. It's been great, man. These guys are already busting their asses, getting clients. Closed 1 more client for the agency and got a few more on appointments. So, it's a follow-up process now. Some of my clients, they don't turn into clients for 3 months, sometimes 6 months, right? It depends. You just got to follow up with them because they're interested, but they don't want to do business with some guy that just calls them one time and for 5 minutes tells them about this great opportunity and then they just hand you money. That doesn't happen like that. It takes time for people to develop some confidence, some trust in you, and to want to be responsive, and reactive to your messages, right? So they got to know who you are. They got to know your name. You got to be creative. So follow up. It might take months. It might take years, man. But guess what? If you're still in business next year, it's going to help you close the deal because now they know you've been calling them every week for a year and you're still in business. You're bigger than ever. You're stronger than ever. So guess what? They're the ones missing out, right? Because you're still going out there every day, building your dream, building your business, getting what you want. All right. They're the ones who are missing out. So that's one more reason for them to sign up. And that's what you got to do, man. You got to be relentless. You can't take no for an answer and you got to keep pushing every day. So every day I'm hitting up new clients. I'm following up with old clients. And guess what? Existing clients are getting a call from me, man, or are getting a text from me, or whatever, a video clip from you, whatever, man. You got to be creative in the way you follow up with people. Why? Because it's also important to nurture your current relationships, because an amazing thing is getting a client to sign up with you and try out your basic services, and then because they experience such an amazing service and such a big uplift in their business after working with you. Then they want to give you more money and see what else you can do for them. And you know what, that's where the big money is. That's the magic of turning a client that's originally paying you 1,000, 2,000 a month and getting them to pay you 5,000, 10,000 a month, right? But that takes time, right? And you can't be seduced into having just one key client that promises you a lot, right? But is haggling you on price right now and is giving you a whole lot of trouble, right? So never be seduced into just one client. Never be seduced into these big opportunities, right? You gotta have distribution, so different sources of income, right? And so this means you need a lot of different clients. Work every single one of those clients. Do the best you can to help them, and at their own time, opportunities are going to come for them to give you more money and for you to help them in, that business or different businesses. Maybe they're going to open stores in different cities, and, they want you to help you, um, you know, take that business off the ground on those cities, right? So, hey man, be relentless and follow up every day. And listen, the week's not over on Friday, right? All weekend I'm gonna be hustling, and even it's from the phone. Even if I'm going to the beach, right, with the family, and I just have the phone on me, I'm still gonna take 10-15 minutes to follow up with people, to send some emails, to do some calls, because guess what? You're working for yourself, man. You're building your dreams. You're building, the life you desire, right? So you're not getting paid a salary to do the bare minimum work you need to do to get away with it. Okay, so if you cheat, right? If you don't give it everything you got, you're only cheating on yourself. All right, be great.